Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shiveman. This morning we're visiting with Dr. Nichole Huff. She's an assistant extension professor for family finance and resource management. Good morning, Nichole.
Good morning, Kristi.
Nichole, thank you so much for being with us. And today you are going to talk about productivity versus procrastination. Nichole, what is procrastination and what are some of the top reasons that people procrastinate?
Yeah, and so this is a good time of year, I think, to think about procrastination and productivity because it gets so hard as we finish out a year and our minds are already on a holiday break or just the busyness of the year. It can be really easy to procrastinate. But as we head into the new year, looking for ways to be more productive can also be helpful. So, in a nutshell, procrastination is when we delay a task or maybe several tasks that we should prioritize. And so it all comes down to intention. And so productivity is much the same way. And so there's a difference in being productive and being busy. And so
Mm.
productivity has more to do with intentionality. So are we using our time efficiently to work towards completing those tasks that we should prioritize?
Nichole, I'm really glad that you mentioned that we can be busy, but that does not always mean that we're being productive. Nichole, what are some of the reasons why we procrastinate?
Yeah, I think, and so in looking at the research, and so there's a science behind procrastination. It doesn't mean that we're lazy. I think that we often want to shame ourselves when we're not productive and when we procrastinate. But there are four main reasons why people procrastinate. The first is emotional procrastination. So maybe you're just overwhelmed. That is one of the top emotions that can cause people to procrastinate. You're just overwhelmed. You don't know where to start. So, or you could be angry or you could be sad. There could be emotional reasons behind our procrastination. There also can be physical reasons behind it. And so, maybe that the whole hangry, right? Like there's some truth to that. If we're hungry or angry or lonely or tired, we may not be our best selves. And so we may need to listen to what our bodies and emotions are saying. A third main reason is protection. So, if you are feeling overwhelmed, then your body is going to go into freeze mode, right? And so, you may have heard of fight, flight, or freeze. Well, procrastination is a freeze response to some of those things that we may be avoiding tackling. And that's a band aid, if you will, to help our minds not be so anxious about some of those tasks. So it's not a procrastination won't solve the problem. Eventually we'll have to do them, but it can protect us for the time being. And then the fourth is just uncertainty. Sometimes we procrastinate because we don't know what to do. And so if it's a work task and maybe there aren't clear deadlines or you don't know what your role is or where to begin, it can be easy to put it off because there aren't clear directions.
Nichole, can procrastination ever be a good thing?
Yeah, I think it can be a good thing. There is a such thing as productive procrastination. So that might be when we are busying ourselves with things that need to get done, but maybe not those most important things. So if this is keeping you from doing something you really should prioritize, it might not be the best thing. But if you're doing something to help give your mind a break and encourage you, sometimes it can be a really good mental break to work on another task and come back. So to maybe procrastinate on that bigger task, to give your mind a break, to refuel, recalibrate, and so it can be a good thing if it's used in intentional ways.
Nichole, thank you so much for being here today. Such great information. Thank you for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show. And be sure to tune in as we continue our conversation on productivity versus procrastination. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.